Alright, hello everyone and welcome to my Star Wars The Old Republic Onslaught walkthrough. There are timestamps down in the description to help you navigate through the video. It starts off with the Imperial side of the story on all three planets, followed by the Republic version, and in the end of that there's the reunion with the returning Jedi Knight companions, Kira Karsen and Lord Scourge. Kira Karsen of course has been romanced in the vanilla story. And then after the two walkthroughs, there are also the alternative separatist endings. Did I say separatist? I meant to say Saboteur endings for the Republic and Empire. There's also a link down below to my entire Onslaught playlist if you want to check some additional videos on that. And my review of the expansion will also be coming in about a couple of days after posting this video. So that was it from me, and without further delay, I hope you guys enjoy the rest.
The Meridian Complex. A state-of-the-art Republic shipyard. It nears completion on the planet Corellia. My spies report that it can produce ships faster than any of our shipyards and at half the energy cost.
That hardly seems possible.
Based on the technical readouts Zarian has acquired, I assure you it is entirely possible. Perhaps it is even a conservative estimate.
Malgus, Krovos, your plan for destroying this facility?
By securing our frontline positions and withdrawing all but the most crucial warships, we have formed an assault armada of unrivaled size and power.
Under our command, this mighty fleet will burn the Republic's new shipyard to ash and destroy any hope of victory that might remain among their people.
Committing so many ships is dangerous. What if the Republic has their own fleet ready and waiting for you?
You will ensure that they do not.
We have gathered enough fuel ships to carry our fleet to Corellia without stopping. Our enemies are in no such position. The Republic will scramble reinforcements from all corners of the galaxy. Wherever they stop to resupply, we must disable or destroy them.
We have already identified one likely refueling point for the Republic ships. The planet Onderon.
Conveniently, I am already engaged in operations to undermine Republic control of that planet. However, my forces are meager, to say the least. But with the aid of the Alliance and its commander, I am confident that I can successfully delay any Republic reinforcements that pass by.
Your predecessor wasn't the most focused ally. I hope you do better.
I'm confident that we'll work well together.
Excellent. Keep your spies in place, Zarian. We must know everything about the shipyard and its defenses. Anathel, Varon, be ready to provide any assistance that Malgus or Krovos should request. This operation is the Empire's top priority.
Understood.
My logistical networks are entirely at their disposal, Empress.
Then this meeting is complete.
Commander, fancy meeting you here.
Major Anri, are you joining the mission on Onderon?
Nah, I pulled Darth Baron's operation this time. We're headed for some mined-out rock called Mek'Sha, but word is we might catch up groundside on Corellia.
I've missed you since Osus. How have you been?
Same old, same old. Fly here, blow up that, sneak into this, kill everyone. You know the drill. To tell the truth, once you've fought with the best, everything else just seems a bit dull. Know what I mean?
Major Anri, I need to speak with the commander. Alone.
Of course, my lord. Please excuse me. Until next time, Commander.
As Sith, it is our nature to seek our own advancement. The Dark Council may have changed, but that drive remains. Victory on Corellia benefits us all. It advances us all. Should Lord Savik or any other council member forget their priorities in my absence, the Empress grants you leave to remind them.
In the past, Sith did as they pleased.
In the past, we lost. Not this time. Lord Savik awaits you. Farewell, Commander.
Come in, Lana. Our objective is Onderon. Take everyone we can spare. You'll be briefed on arrival.
Understood. We'll depart for Onderon at once.
Welcome to Onderon. This is the Royal Hunting Lodge of King Petrith, the current ruler of the planet.
Onderon has been a Republic planet for centuries. Not that Petrith cares, he just wants to sell his planet's resources to anyone willing to pay.
Which is where the Empire comes in.
Exactly. Petrith's greed makes him an easy target for Savik to manipulate. But his nobles aren't playing along.
Petrith may have the throne, but the nobles have control of the capital city and day-to-day operations. If they learn of his imperial ties, he could be deposed.
And what of the Republic fleet we're meant to destroy?
Still gathering in orbit. They're preparing for refueling and resupply operations.
Savik doesn't have the resources to attack the fleet head-on, so we're pretty sure she's gonna trick Petrith into doing it for her.
Forget Savik. Call in our ships and order them to destroy the fleet. Simple.
Commodore Pardax strongly advises against it. The Republic fleet is sizable. We would incur significant losses and couldn't guarantee total destruction of the enemy.
Ready to get started?
I was surprised to find you absent upon my return from the Senate, my king. Do you expect to visit the capital soon?
I will return when it suits me.
We have matters to discuss. When do you think it would suit you to return?
You overstep, Senator. It is your job to share my decisions with the Republic, not to question them. Do not bother me again! The nobles' meddling was bad enough without Nebet to stir them up further. This is intolerable. Am I not king? Do I not rule this world?
They clearly don't respect your power, dear king. And to send this senator back here. Perhaps the Republic believes you need more supervision. But you need not concern yourself. I have brought a powerful ally to ensure nothing comes of your enemy's plans. Allow me to introduce the Alliance Commander.
It's already clear that you stand apart from the greatest and wisest rulers in the galaxy. A truly special king.
Ah, yes, well, you're wise to see it so quickly. Welcome to my world. Nebet's provocations have utterly drained me. A hearty meal will aid in my recovery. Do enjoy your visit.
As you can see, the king all but eats from my hand. He is the key to our victory here. Onderon's capital is equipped with powerful defensive cannons that could easily destroy the Republic fleet in orbit. The cannons cannot be operated remotely, but if we spur the king into a civil war against his nobles, the distraction will suffice. We will infiltrate the capital amid the chaos of battle, seize control of the guns, and eradicate the Republic fleet before they even realize they're in danger.
Why the distraction? If he's king, can't he simply walk us in? Or just order his people to fire the guns?
Most of the palace staff, especially the soldiers guarding it, are loyal to the Republic. We can't risk them warning the fleet before the cannons are fired. Petrith already suspects that his nobles are moving against him. We need to push that paranoia further. Through intermediaries, I have hired a band of mercenaries to infiltrate the hunting lodge and assassinate the king. Fortunately, you will swoop in to defeat these deadly attackers just in time. You will save the king, earn his trust, and push him further from his nobles all at once.
I'm not your lackey. Killing a few mercenaries? I have better things to do.
It is certainly beneath your talents, but you must see the value in this sort of escalation. Petrith will be pushed over the edge, straight into our hands. If my calculations are accurate, the mercenaries will arrive any moment now. I'll be happy to guide you to them over the comm. Good luck.
I take it the ruthless assassins have been dealt with. Now that the area has been secured, we can exit the safe room.
This is an outrage! They think they can kill me? Me! I am the king of Onderon!
Once they realized your strength, Nibet and her Republic conspirators knew they could no longer hope to control you. Killing you was their only option.
But I'm the king!
Yes. I have deployed my droids to defend the premises. I assure you that you're now quite safe.
Good, good, excellent. Well done, yes.
My king, what of your cousins? They're still at the ancient proving grounds.
And? What do they have to do with any of this?
It's possible they're in danger too, good king. If your enemies are attacking you, they could also target your family. But the commander who valiantly saved your life can certainly rescue your cousins as well.
Your enemies are clearly ruthless. It may already be too late, but I'll do what I can.
Inconceivable! They have royal blood! I can't believe this. My blaster! I need my blaster! Ah, where did I put it?
His gullibility exceeds even my greatest estimates. We have given him fear. Now, we must give him anger. Find the king's cousins at the ancient proving ground. Kill them. Then spread evidence that Nibet is to blame. Petrif will demand retribution, and we'll have our diversion.
I seem to be doing all the work, Savik. When will you contribute to this mission?
My talents are best devoted to controlling the king and preparing my droids for the eventual assault. The Onderon wilds are treacherous. You should take a guide with knowledge of the terrain. Speed is crucial. The Republic fleet is about to begin refueling, but my plan is unfolding perfectly. Victory will be ours.
Not one step closer. Identify yourself.
I'm not here to harm you, but I will if you don't surrender. Now.
Surrender? Absurd!
Our cousin is the king of Onderon. All of it.
Dispatch this vagrant!
Stay behind me. For Onderon!
How dare you!
Our cousin is the king!
I'm sure he'll be very upset about your deaths.
What? You don't mean...
You'll regret this!
Savik, Petrif's cousins are dead.
Such a tragedy. I'll inform the king they were slain hours ago. Well done. Savik out.
Commander, good. The king is attempting to rally support for an invasion of the capital. Your efforts were beyond successful. My plan unfolds precisely as scheduled. The king will rejoin us momentarily, having realized he lacks the military support to reclaim his palace. He will ramble about traitors, demand the blood of his enemies, and remind us yet again that he is king. Then, with the simplest prodding, he will realize where to acquire the troops he needs.
You really do have this down to a science, don't you?
I am not a cunning fighter like you. I learned that lesson years ago. So, I have honed alternative skills to secure my victories.
The traitorous, cowardly... I want them all dead! Nibet, the nobles, my worthless bannermen, the Republic, all of them!
Dear King, Surely your allies rallied to your cause.
Some did, and they will receive a king's reward, but far too few. We cannot take the capital with such a small force.
I only wish the Empire could provide more aid in these dark times. No one else on this world has the strength to challenge the nobles and their off-world comrades. It seems impossible to believe.
No. Onderon's strength is not yet lost. There is one group. They've hated the nobles for years. Tried to undermine all relations with off-worlders. I always dismissed them as backward and paranoid, but perhaps they were right all along. About the Republic, that is. They are known as the Untamed. Their leader is a beast lord, a Kuru. He's a keeper of Onderon's old ways, but he will not join us easily.
Please, King Petrif. If we cannot supply the troops you so badly need, at least allow us to win this ally for you.
A Kuru and his Untamed are proud and stubborn. They have no more love for me than the nobles. I'm not sure how you could secure their allegiance.
This Beast Lord might not possess your level of intelligence, but then, who does? I'm sure he can be reasoned with.
Indeed, yes. Even a fool could see the wisdom in joining my cause. I will prepare myself for war. Good fortune to you, friends.
All too easy. The Untamed are Onderon's only other major group. Once they're weakened by joining this attack, they will pose no further threat to Imperial operations.
There is a proper way to seek an audience with them. An old ritual. I love old rituals.
Excellent. And one more thing. I've learned that Ikoru's elder brother, Brutan, once trained as a Sith. He died fighting Republic forces on Hoth. The rest of the Untamed aren't aware of Brutan's service. To leave Onderon and serve off-worlders would be abhorrent to them. Perhaps a useful bit of leverage over Ikoru.
How did that happen exactly?
Brutan's master served Darth Jadis. I expect they hope to train him, then send him back to seize leadership of the Untamed and disrupt Onderon's Republic-friendly regime. Unfortunately, that plan never came to fruition. It would have made our task much simpler. I must finish preparing my own droids for the assault. It is best if any Imperial identifying components are removed. Good luck.
You desecrate our shrines, flaunt our traditions, and then have the gall to come here? I am a Kuru, Beast Lord of Onderon, and I do not tolerate insults. Speak quickly if you want to live.
King Petrif is attacking the capital. Your warriors will help him.
Oh, you are a bold one. I'm intrigued. You think insulting our ways will convince me to help a man I hate? The Untamed are the true masters of this world. We know everything that happens here, including Petrif's idiotic squabbles with his nobles. Why help one against the other, when I want you all dead?
Because I know your brother's secret. I can tell your followers, or you can do what I say.
What? What do you believe you know about my brother?
He trained to become a Sith like me. He died serving off-world masters.
Curse you! Must you defile everything in your path? Untamed, hear me! Rally all warriors! The hour of our revolution is at hand! Bring forth Crashalok! He and all of our beasts shall have a half portion! Let them be fueled for the fight, but still hungry for victory!
Ha! Crashalok! But his beast's name! It's actually a pretty clever pun, if you speak ancient Onderonian at least. I'm honestly impressed.
Petrif will learn what real strength is. We will show the galaxy the true power of Onderon.
telling you, an idiot doesn't come up with a pun like that. Or speak a forgotten language. Insane? Perhaps. Xenophobic? Bigoted? Murderous? All fair. But he's not an idiot. Not the bigger idiot, anyway.
Debating relative idiocy, are we?
They can't decide who's more foolish, Petrif or Akuru.
Really now?
Onderon, your conquering king returns! After this day, none will question my power! Excuse me?
He said you're sure to win, O mighty king.
I am indeed. Our noble forces await us. To war!
Between Petrif and Akuru, the capital's security forces should be adequately distracted. While they attack the main gate, my droids will blow open the city wall near a sewer bypass. That will be your entry to the Orbital Defense Cannon's control center. Once you destroy the Republic fleet in orbit, our victory on Corellia will be one step closer.
Where will you be during the assault?
Remotely directing my droid commandos. They will supervise Petrif and Akuru to ensure they stay on task. After all, I wouldn't want to waste all this effort we've put into undermining Onderon's government. To that end, once the fleet is dealt with, you should regroup with Petrif and his troops. If you aid them in defeating Senator Nibet and her Republic allies, Petrif can rule unchallenged as the Empire's puppet. Onderon would be ours.
You think he'll survive long enough to even reach the palace?
With our aid, I have no doubt. I will deploy my droids to clear a path. Good luck, Commander. This will be a day long remembered.
Onderon will return to the old ways, the pure ways. Your blood will wash away centuries of desecration.
You don't fight for Onderon. You fight for your own bigoted agenda. You fight, and you lose.
His loss is my gain, Nibet. I've beaten you. I've won! Did you really believe you could steal the throne of the great King Petrif?
Steal your throne? What in blazes are you talking about?
No sense lying now. Your treason is over. I've won.
I've confirmed it with my own sensors. Total destruction of all Republic ships in orbit.
And without a single Imperial casualty. You have served your Empire well indeed, Savik. Empress Asina will reward your ingenuity and loyalty.
Savik has done an excellent job. Her plan was well conceived and flawlessly executed.
Without you, this would not have been possible. I am fortunate to have worked alongside you. If only Petrif had survived. Onderon's resources could have been a great benefit to us.
Resources are not our most urgent concern. Savik, you will depart for Corellia at once.
Yes, Lord Malgus.
Another fleet of Republic reinforcements is docking at Mek'Sha, as Darth Vowron predicted. That will be your next target. Ensure another victory, and the Republic will have no hope of stopping us.
So, what's our next stop?
Set course for Mek'Sha.
Ah, we know it well. A mined-out asteroid converted into a fueling station. We would love to join you. If you think your alliance has room, of course. Please? Please?
You served your purpose. Go.
Oh. Well, keep us in mind, if you ever want anything. At all.
I have a shuttle prepped and ready, shall we?
Commander, welcome to Mek'Sha, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I served your old ally, Darth Vowron. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
It's good to work with such loyal supporters of the Empire.
Loyal and deferential. The ideal partners for a mission like ours. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Oh!
Who in blazes was that?
Chase them down and find out.
You're kidding, right? Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission, you must have done something truly stirring.
He was no match for me, and he knew it. Let's get back to the mission. If he tries again, I'll just kill him.
I'm going to enjoy working with you so much. Shall we?
Ah, old friend. Such a pleasure to see you again after so long. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? On you? I'm amazed that there's anyone left in the galaxy who would even try.
It's been far too long, Vowron.
Indeed. I look forward to making the galaxy our plaything once more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek'Sha in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So, we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, old friend.
Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mek'Sha's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won, so they put in a failsafe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mek'Sha's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit, make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks, fry every ship in the fleet.
Perfect. How do we get started?
The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
I wasn't sent here to make small talk with criminals. Have one of your lackeys do it.
None of my lackeys are the infamous commander of the Alliance. Your fame makes you more persuasive than any of us could be.
If any other developments occur in the meantime, we will inform you at once.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
If you already know these people, why don't you handle the negotiations?
All of the deals we've cut were small time compared to this. Convincing them to fuel up Republic warships will take some clout.
Dealing with someone big and important like you feeds people's egos, makes them easier to win over. You're definitely the one for this job.
If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek'Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek'Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mek'Sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harito Walled, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
The mighty Sith Empire, resting its future on shady deals with shadier people.
Wars are never won on the front lines.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mek'Sha! How are you
doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet! All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi! All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here! Welcome to Mek'Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I think you're one good blockade away from realizing who's actually in charge.
You think you can spare the ships it would take? How many planets would you be willing to lose to prove a point? Puffing up your chest at me won't get you anywhere. In the meantime, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me, and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes. I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, Mitawider, Jedi Knight. That's enough. The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Ossus. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
I'm going to remind you of this moment when you're busy dying at my feet.
I'm not afraid of you.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
What do you want?
You know who you're speaking to, right?
Yeah, and this got me suspicious. Republic ships show up, you show up, you want to chit-chat with the Darkblaede. We aren't going to fight your little war. If that's what you're after, you're wasting your time.
I don't care about your mercenaries. I need your influence here on Mek'Sha.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen later, and we'll see.
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
Scruffy isn't the word I'd choose.
I couldn't agree more.
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realizing who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the Exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal on the back if there's trouble.
If you're threatening me, I'm not impressed.
It was a joke. You can relax here. Sit down. Let's continue our little discussion.
Can we just get down to business?
Well, let's start here. What exactly do you want from me?
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
Every second you keep breathing, I'm doing you a favor. Don't expect more than that.
I can't vote your way to kill me now, can I? Hear me out. You know that slimy little Rhodian Vik? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darkblaede catches the blame. I know the guy who's next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vik, and the vote's yours.
You can count on me. Vik is as good as dead.
Take this communicator and get somewhere out of the way. Buzz Vik with it, and he'll think Hutbreaker's calling for him. Use it to call me when the job's done. Once I see it with my own eyes, we'll be golden.
Mitisa roda, kopana cha porco utman gisa? Onkiki ato cha kampat noka, chisa picha.
Job's done. Good. The vote's yours. Good luck with your war.
If you tell anyone about this, you won't live to regret it. Understand?
I can keep a secret if you can.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Indigo to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
Send me the coordinates and I'll make my way there.
You got it. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Valron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once. How do you feel about slavery in the Empire?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is a waste of resources. Replace them with droids, or with dedicated trained professionals. The Empire would be stronger for it.
Wow. That'll make the Empire a very different place, huh? Alright, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amory out.
Major Henry, I'm downloading the failsafe schematics now.
Copy that. Think we finally have the old fool locked down. Gonna snag some droids and make our getaway before he gets loose again. Henry out.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mek'Sha will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now.
All without the slightest idea of our true plans. Well done. We can begin our attack as soon as their ships are locked in.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
I don't want to see you hurt either.
Wouldn't want to spoil the victory party, after all. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire.
A day to be exceeded only by our forthcoming victory on Corellia. Now then, everyone to your tasks. Take no prisoners, and above all else, enjoy yourselves.
I've been waiting for this, Imperial. Your plan ends here. No! This isn't over.
I've reached the failsafe controls.
Emitters have all been modified. We're ready. Perfect. Activate the failsafe.
Firing now.
Such glorious chaos. It was everything I'd imagined. Well done, everyone. All forces return to base.
You made an all-out military assault on my docks! Mek'Sha isn't Imperial territory. You don't get to ignore my rules!
It is true that our forces attacked their ships, as they do in all corners of the galaxy. But it was your council that voted to put them in that position.
And it was your weapon that shredded their ships so spectacularly.
No! They'll never think
that we have been working together since the beginning. That is exactly what they'll think. Why else would you be meeting us now?
You have made an enemy of the Republic. Your neutrality will be meaningless.
But you are not alone in these trying times. Your affiliation with the Empire will gradually strengthen over time. I believe you could become our key refueling station in this sector, if you learn to behave.
You played them from the beginning. Very impressive.
Oh, that's no way to speak about our partners. Our enthusiastic partners. You are enthusiastic, aren't you?
Yes!
Splendid.
You may go now.
Vowron, Shah, report.
The Republic fleet has been all but eradicated. They will not trouble you on Corellia.
Then your mission is complete. Prepare to extract all forces. With no further Republic reinforcements to contend with, our victory on Corellia is all but guaranteed. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
Watching you work has been as delightful as ever. I shall look forward to our next opportunity to collaborate, as always. Farewell.
My lords. Orders just came through. Looks like I'm backing you up on Corellia. Heard they have good whiskey. Might try and grab some.
Don't bother. Kelsinor's blends are just as good, and much simpler to find in Imperial space.
Maybe so, but you know what they say about a looted bottle?
The truest taste of victory. Oh, I like this one.
I've enjoyed working with her so far. Major Henry, this is Lana Beniko.
Charmed.
Hey, I saw the Sith leave. Am I clear to come in now?
One of yours?
Most of the time.
Are we good to go or what? This is not the best neighborhood.
Lead the way.
Commander, everyone else is with the fleet en route, save the Empress, of course. She's back on Dromund Cass. I'll connect us.
Commander, I'm pleased to see you again. I am gratified that my Dark Council has worked alongside you so efficiently. Such productive cooperation is crucial to our Empire's future.
Your successes against the Republic reinforcements have all but guaranteed our victory on Corellia. But we must not become overconfident.
If I'm involved, then victory is guaranteed.
Then let's not waste any time. Given that the enemy is unaware of the details of our strategy, their fleets will assume a flexible defensive formation in geosynchronous orbit above the Meridian Complex shipyard. Contrary to their expectations, I will take most of our ships to the far side of Corellia, forcing at least some of their vessels to break formation and engage us.
And how will you ensure that the enemy chases you?
Indiscriminate bombardment of the planet's surface. Cities, industrial centers, resource caches. We will be impossible to ignore.
Taking advantage of the Republic's sentimentality. They won't be able to resist.
With their formation broken, our technological advantages will allow us to punch through the remaining defenders and conduct a surface assault on the complex. The last of our dreadnoughts equipped with Isotope 5 reactors will escort the ground assault force through the enemy's blockade. Meanwhile, the silencers commanded by Moff Pyron will destroy any Republic capital ships that attempt to interfere.
Tell me more about these silencers.
Harrower dreadnoughts, modified to carry state-of-the-art mega-laser main cannons. They can destroy enemy capital ships in a single shot.
Once we reach the planet's surface, we will attack the Meridian Complex from multiple directions, seize its control center, and disable the shields protecting it from orbital bombardment.
From there, our ships reduce the complex to slag, and the Republic's best hope for victory crumbles into dust.
An impressive and well-conceived plan. But what role will the Alliance and its incomparable commander play?
The silencers are vulnerable to starfighter attack. With the Alliance fleet to escort them, that risk is all but nullified.
As for the commander, I would welcome such a deadly ally in my surface attack group.
Let's hope you can keep up with me better than last time.
Rendezvous with these coordinates. Our attack begins as soon as you arrive, Commander.
Let our enemies remember why they fear the power of the Sith Empire. Let the entire galaxy know our strength.
My boys have a ship fueled and ready for us. They're practically drooling. Most of them have never seen a battle this big. They'll be competing for the most kills. Care to join the pool? Winner takes any interesting gear or other goodies we managed to plunder on the way out.
I'd rather win some time alone with you.
My time's not something you win. Besides, once we've hit the surface and dropped everyone who gets in our way, it'll just be the two of us, right? Shall we?
Let the battle begin.
proceeding with bombardment, targeting all major population centers.
Silencer Group, move to your designated firing points. Surface Attack Group, advance.
Isotope 5 generators at maximum output. Engines at 322%, shields at 563%.
Energy levels like that, flying this close together, our little ships will never even show up on their scopes. We're all but invisible.
You're concentrating fire! Trying to pick us off one by one!
Ignore them. Maintain course and speed.
Shields! Failing!
We have breached the Republic's defensive line.
All ships, break formation. Scatter!
They can't shoot at us now. If they miss, they'll hit their own people on the surface.
And what are we supposed to do if they don't miss?
Die, I guess. Same as any other day.
Surface Attack Group, proceed to your landing coordinates. The final phase of the battle is about to begin. There are more ground cannons than anticipated. All shuttles, proceed to secondary drop zones.
Squad, you're watching our backs. Republic's gonna send everyone they've got to reinforce this shipyard, so be ready to rack up some big kill counts. Contest starts now. A point for every kill. Officers are 5, vehicles and Jedi count for 10. And if you die, you're out. So don't get reckless out there. Understood?
We won't let you down, Major.
You never do. Hop to it. Ready, Commander?
You have an interesting way of motivating your troops.
Confidence will keep a squad alive better than any armor or weapon. Gotta win in your head before you can win for real. Let's start some trouble. Hands up!
Don't shoot! I'm a pacifist.
Who are you?
I'm Theron Cedrax, obviously. Preeminent expert in exotechnology and senior design engineer for this facility.
Theron, huh? Don't you have a buddy named Theron?
Another Theron? He probably spells it the stupid way. Presumably, you're here to seize control of the facility? Or perhaps to sabotage the defensive systems?
Make yourself useful, or you're dead.
I would love to make a grand speech about never giving up and choosing death over dishonor, but the truth is, the situation is out of my hands. All defensive systems, shields, anti-aircraft guns, and so on, have been transferred to the secondary control station near the top of the spire. All of this equipment is useless now. So there's really nothing to be accomplished here, and nothing I can help you with.
Commander.
Apparently, the shield controls have been transferred to another control center higher up in the spire.
Is that so?
None of the computers will respond, my lord, and I'm seeing some lightsaber burns over here.
That was the Jedi, Tau. She's commanding the last of the facility's guards. She severed the connection as soon as control was transferred, then headed upstairs.
Then we have our target. Commander, on Ossus, we united our strength to crush the Jedi who tried to oppose the Empire. It's time we repeated that triumph. Join me, and together we will win a victory for the Empire that will change the course of the galaxy forever.
Ah, Malgus. You almost make it sound romantic.
Major, hold this position, no matter the cost.
Yes, my lord. And what about him?
He's useless to us. Kill him.
Ah! Holiday. I'm sorry.
Holiday? What a weirdo. We'll keep you covered. Good luck up there.
Hold it! Oh no.
Steady. Fear is a deadly weapon, but only if you let them have it.
Afraid or not, you'll die all the same.
We've got your back, Tau.
Fools. Not one of you could hope to defeat us.
You're not fighting one of us. You're fighting all of us.
Then you will all die.
They can't beat us when we stand together! Attack as one! We can win!
You are beaten. Your shipyard will be obliterated. Your Republic will crumble. And your fellow Jedi will be hunted to extinction. Your destruction is inevitable.
As inevitable as gravity!
Catastrophic structural damage detected. Evacuation protocols recommended.
I'm disabling the shields now.
Warning. Defensive shields have been disabled. Warning.
Raven to command. The shields are down. We're evacuating now.
All ships, target the Meridian Complex. Fire! Objective complete. All forces regroup and evacuate to RV Point Orek.
Commander, allow me to congratulate you on a job well done. Your victory on Corellia is an incomparable testament to your value as an ally of the Empire. Rumors suggest great things are soon to come for you. Do enjoy, and your rewards are well earned.
What kind of rumors? What are you talking about?
I can say no more. Farewell, Commander.
It was skillfully done, to be sure. You truly embody the finest aspects of the Sith doctrine.
Coordination and focus gave us this victory. When we fight as one united empire, we cannot fail.
Do not forget, our unity extended beyond even our own empire. Commander, you are a welcome sight. Do join us.
With their shipyard destroyed, the Republic has already retreated from countless worlds.
We've been watching in real time. Terribly entertaining.
I will develop plans to extend our lines and claim the most valuable of these territories in a matter of weeks.
A shame that Malgus couldn't enjoy the fruits of his efforts.
His recovery will take some time, but rest assured he will return to the fold soon enough.
Wonderful.
Victory over our ancient enemies grows closer by the minute.
What is your plan moving forward?
We should speak in private, Commander. The rest of you are dismissed. Despite our victory, I find that the Dark Council is best used for administrative purposes, and not to conducting critical wartime activities. The Empire needs an organization capable of rapid, decisive action, operating outside the Dark Council's purview. A group answering directly to me. My predecessor had such a group, the Hand, though, as you know, its members were insane fanatics. I will construct my own Hand, formed of the Empire's best and most loyal frontline personnel. My first choice would be to recruit the Hand's initial ranks from your alliance, to have Odessen officially join the Empire and your members become full citizens. In fact, I would have you take up the mantle of Empire's Wrath and lead this organization in destroying all who challenge us. Of course, you may forego all of this and maintain your alliance's independence if you choose. I would still have you working directly with my hand, rather than the Dark Council. The choice is yours. Will you return to the Empire, or remain the Alliance commander?
The Empire is where I belong. The Alliance will become your hand, and I will be your wrath.
Welcome home. I will begin the necessary preparations at once. In Malgus's absence, I will have to find another suitable liaison. I look forward to seeing the results of our new relationship. Farewell.
I don't care. The body count is too high.
This is war. Deaths are inevitable.
I don't believe that. Krovos made a choice. And that's the team we're on now.
Theron?
I know you didn't pull the trigger on all those civilians, but you're supporting the people who did. I want to trust you. But it doesn't seem like we can trust them.
A spy really should be more flexible. I've made arrangements for a bit of redecorating on Odessan, but it will take some time before we're issued enough banners, uniforms, and so on. But that can all wait, I suppose. I'm told there's quite a raucous party up in the officers' lounge. Would you care to be the star guest?
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
It's just this way. Hey, thanks again for finding me that bottle. Of course. If you need anyone to share it, count on it. Mind if I borrow him a minute? I'll find you later. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Ossus wasn't even that long ago. We've already made it through so much. That's war, I suppose. Still, most grunts aren't lucky enough to work with the deadliest fighter in the entire galaxy. Which reminds me, too bad you didn't join the bet. You'd have won for sure.
How about that time alone we were talking about?
Gonna have to wait, I'm afraid. I actually came to talk about something else. Back on Corellia, I didn't actually make it out with the rest of the shuttles. Got caught under some falling debris and all the chaos. I wouldn't have made it out at all if they hadn't lent me a hand.
Who?
Your predecessor.
You're the one who tried to kill me on Mek'Sha.
Don't take it personally.
It was a test. Nothing more.
A test you actually passed.
What are you talking about?
I am Lord Scourge, once a loyal servant of the Empire.
Kira Karsen, Jedi Knight. Not thrilled to be here.
All three of us have fought the same enemy. The former Sith Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorian, whatever you wish to call him. We know he was once a part of you. And we both felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
I don't see Jedi and Sith cooperating very often outside of my alliance. How did you end up working together?
That is a very long story.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessan. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final, gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
What a mess.
I have removed all compromised components. Where shall we begin repairs?
Checking the failsafe is always first. Empress Asina had us double the explosive charges after the Ossus mission. It was a real pain to hook up.
Yes, I examined the device after removing it. Highly complex.
You removed it? What are you thinking?
It was rendered inoperable due to damage. Replacement is required. Interestingly, it was the only damage not caused by crushing impacts. The exterior perimeter was actually cut, by a high-heat implement.
Oh no.
Give me the droid. And a ship.
More than 100 capital ships, with smaller picket ships and support vessels close by. And that's not all. There's enough fuel transports for all those warships to cross half the galaxy. Darth Malgus is leaving nothing to chance. His fleet won't stop until they reach the objective.
Which is?
Corellia.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Master.
I never had the chance to properly thank you for your help on Ossus. Many people owe you their lives. The fleet's target is the Meridian Complex, a state-of-the-art shipyard that's due to begin production in a matter of weeks. The Meridian Complex can produce new warships at triple the speed of any existing shipyard, and at half the energy cost. Once that shipyard becomes operational, it could give the Republic a significant advantage in a matter of months. That's why they're committing so many ships to this mission. The Sith Empire will stop at nothing to destroy this new shipyard before it can save the Republic's war effort.
Yeah, big bad imps want to smash our new toy. Want to skip to the part where I'm saving the day?
Gladly. It's crucial that we redeploy the Republic fleet to defend the Meridian Complex immediately. Unlike Malgus, we can't move our ships to Corellia without refueling stops. We expect the Empire's top agents to target our reinforcements anywhere they stop. They won't risk our forces arriving in time to make a difference. We want you to defend and expedite those reinforcements as best you can. If we defeat the Empire at Corellia, we turn the tide of this war in our favor.
Will I get a chance to take down Malgus as part of this?
He will lead the forces on Corellia himself. There can be no doubt about that. You may well face him. But that will come later. First, we need you to reach the planet Onderon. The 11th Fleet is gathering there to resupply and refuel before heading to Corellia. It's the only Republic port within range of their current position. Onderon has been a Republic world for centuries, but local politics have become strained and fractious. Tawader is already investigating. She suspects Imperial infiltration.
I'll be glad to work with Tau again.
She feels the same way. You made a very effective team on Ossus.
General, word from the 87th.
I'll leave you to it, Commander. Good luck. Speaking of Tau, I have one more favor to ask of you, Commander. Arn, if you please.
Commander, been looking forward to meeting you. I'm Arn Paralan, Jedi Padawan.
There aren't many cyborgs among the Jedi.
I hadn't noticed.
Tau had to leave for Onderon before I could introduce her new Padawan. Since you're heading there anyway, I thought Arn might ride along with you. The Commander is one of us, Arn. Heed him well. May the Force be with you both.
Artillery fire. On Descartes 7.
What?
How'd it happen? How'd you get injured? Yeah, it's everyone's first question. My master and I were escorting refugees. He died. I survived. More or less. Descartes 7 has advanced technology, but the locals can't use Kolto or Bacta. Genetically incompatible, they said. So they use cybernetics to treat all their severe injuries. The recovery took years. I don't know if I can still become the Jedi I hoped to be, but I'm not giving up now.
You can do great things, whether you're a Jedi or not.
I don't know how to be anything else. Hey, before we go, my new master, Tau, what can you tell me about her?
Tau's skills are impressive, but her battles against the Sith weigh on her. She questions her place in the Jedi.
Sounds like we have that in common. Thanks. I appreciate your insight. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Lana, I'm heading for Onderon. Gather up anyone that's free and meet me there.
Understood. We'll set out immediately.
So what do you know about Onderon, Arn?
Well, we just landed in the heart of the capital. Not that there are any other major cities. Planet is mostly wilderness. Wildlife is famously dangerous. The The plant life is hardy enough to seed barren planets and spark new ecosystems. So that definitely makes Onderon an important resource world. What else? The planet is ruled by a king named Petrif, who's been on the throne for just over 3 years.
You must have a whole database of information stored in your implants, huh?
Or maybe I just pay attention when Master Nostrol speaks?
Let's find Lana and hear what she's learned about the Imperial's plans.
Lana Beniko, right? The Sith Lord that works for you?
Oh, yes. Head-to-toe black armor, claws, fangs, everything.
All right, sorry. I didn't mean... I've just never actually had a conversation with a Sith before, you know? So... after you?
Commander, welcome to Onderon. This must be your new friend, Arn Paralan. Jedi Padawan.
Nice to meet you?
You're enjoying this a little too much.
I so rarely get to menace innocent young Jedi anymore. Onderon is a powder keg. King Petrith has been at odds with his noble council for months. From what Theron and I have learned, he wants to strip mine the planet to line his coffers. The nobles aren't interested in that plan. As a result, Petrif has changed residence to his hunting lodge in the wilderness, where the nobles can't keep track of his activities or visitors. The nobles are led by Senator Nibet, the planet's Republic representative. She was kind enough to lend us her office. Nibet's people have detected coded transmissions from the hunting lodge. The code used is highly sophisticated, and not Onderonian.
An Imperial code?
Nibet suspects as much. I have Dr. Ogorob analyzing it to confirm, but in the meantime, the Senator is preparing the city for a potential attack. To that end, our people are spread across the capital, shoring up the city's defenses. I believe you'll find Tau Adair in the central marketplace.
Have you given Tau as much trouble as her Padawan?
We haven't been introduced, though we did see her across the marketplace this morning. Rest assured, I did my best to appear sinister while browsing the produce.
All right, Arn. Ready to meet your new master?
Ready as I'll ever be. It was nice to meet you, Lady,
Just Lana will do.
Commander, it's good to see you again. You must be Arn.
Yes, Arn Paralan. I look forward to learning from you.
Great. Well, let's get started.
Sounds good. So, where should we start?
I have no idea. Wow.
I'm really glad I could help bring the two most awkward Jedi in the galaxy together.
Sorry. It really is great to meet you. I've just never had a Padawan before. First day jitters.
We're under attack!
Everyone all right?
You two get to the palace. Coordinate with Lana.
Right away. Arn, are you ready? Arn!
I'm ready.
You're heading for the explosions?
That's usually where the fun is, right?
Enjoy. Let's move.
Commander, you look different somehow. And you arrived even earlier than my most ambitious estimates.
Are you malfunctioning? Is that why you're attacking the city?
No. You've misunderstood, but everything will make sense soon. The firing sequence is already locked in. My calculations leave no room for error or intervention. You may defeat my remote droids, but not before the orbital defense cannons obliterate the Republic fleet. All units, begin combat recording protocol OREC. Let's see what you're truly capable of.
Intriguing. Very impressive. Very impressive.
Impressive.
Republic fleet, raise your shields. Imperial forces set the planet's defensive guns to fire on you. I'm disabling them now, but they may have other tricks up their sleeves.
Understood. Shields up! We'll pull the fleet to a safe distance and maintain alert status.
Tau? This whole attack was a diversion. The Imperials tried to use the defensive cannons to attack our fleet, but I managed to stop them.
It's great to hear, but I'm not sure anyone told these guys they're just a diversion. Think you could give us a hand in the throne room?
On my way.
He was a Koru, leader of the Untamed. They followed the old ways of the Beast Riders, or, at least, their version of the old ways. Commander, I am Senator Nabet. I thank you for your heroism and your timeliness. The deadliest of the attackers were his followers. They're violent isolationists that want all off-world influences killed or driven away. The rest are the King's own soldiers, led to their deaths by Petrif himself. And some kind of droids I don't recognize.
The droids are Imperial, remote-piloted. I fought more of them in the control room for the orbital cannons. They actually spoke to me. The woman controlling them claimed to know me, but I didn't learn any more than that.
The coded messages. The Empire must have convinced Petrif that we were plotting against him. Before he retreated, he kept ranting about reclaiming his throne. Though how the Empire could have gotten the Untamed to fight alongside the King is beyond me. Let's see to our wounded and determine the extent of the damage. Then we can reconvene to discuss strategy.
The death toll is still being calculated. At the very least, hundreds of guards and civilians have died. Damage to the city itself was minimal. They attacked so quickly that we hardly engaged them before they reached the palace.
Our ships in orbit got through without a scratch thanks to the commander. They should finish refueling within the hour.
Then your mission here is over?
I wish we could stay to help, but with the Imperials heading for Corellia...
We should stay. We have to stay.
What's on your mind, Arn?
The droids that attacked us were being controlled remotely, and you said they spoke with a woman's voice. Darth Savik is the new Dark Council member in charge of scientific research. I read about her in Nostral's files. She uses droids in all of her missions. And I had a look at their internals. The signal range isn't far. That means Savik is on this planet as we speak.
A Dark Council member could tell us a lot about the Empire's plans. If we can find Savik, she'll know which of our other fleets they're targeting.
Good thinking. So how do we find her?
We can start with King Petrif. If the Sith are manipulating him, they won't be far. He was last seen heading toward his royal hunting lodge.
If you're crossing the Onderon wilds, you'll need guidance. Fortunately, I found just the help you need.
Jakaro, C2D4.
It will be our great pleasure to guide you across our beloved Onderon.
What have you been doing all these years?
We have served moron after moron, fool after fool, but now fortune turns in our favor at last.
We'll leave you to that. It's best if Arn and I stick around to hold the line here in case the imps make another attack. But don't hesitate to call if you need backup.
I assure you, Master Jedi, they're in the best of hands. No, hands. Of course, to the Royal Hunting Lodge!
The Republic fleet escaped. But this world still has great value to the Empire. Think of the resources. Think of the strategic position.
Worthy objectives for another day. Our focus is Corellia. The Emperor has made that clear. Evacuate your remaining forces and go to Rendezvous Point 1. And Savik, the next time I call, you will answer in person.
The nobles! Nabet, they'll have me imprisoned! You promised support! You can't leave me!
Go with my droids, King Petrif. They will keep you safe. Onderon will bow to you again soon enough. You again.
You continue to best even my most aggressive estimates. Quite rude.
Leaving so soon. I was looking forward to catching up after all this time.
Don't pretend. You don't remember me at all, I'm sure. This is a neutron emitter. Once fully charged, it will emit a wave of energy fatal to all organic life within range. The range is just enough to engulf the whole building, and the effect lasts for hours. Once you're dead, my droids will have plenty of time to fortify the building against further incursions.
Should we be running away?
You can try.
Intriguing. Very impressive. Very impressive. This isn't over yet.
So, what's the fastest way out of here?
The balcony, obviously. If only someone had been brilliant enough to order that remote piloting system for our ship. And to start flying it here at the first sign of trouble. What genius could have accomplished it?
We'll never hear the end of this, will we?
All right. How about the guards in the East Corridor?
Yes. I feel 2 of them. They're nervous, but it's a general concern. Nothing threatening.
Dead on. The North Corridor.
3. But they aren't guards. They feel different. Kitchen staff, I think.
Right again. But can you sense the Commander's Sith friend down in the armory?
No. I can sense the guards there, but... no one else. Can't even sense a Sith Lord. Not much good, am I?
I don't sense her either. But that's because she's actually out checking on the main gate. Your friends will make mistakes. Your enemies will lie. Your senses can be deceived. But you can always trust what the Force tells you.
Seems like your training is going well.
Thanks. It's all coming back to me, but there's still so much to learn.
Thank you for your patience. The nobles would rather debate who was most wronged by the king's treason than decide on a course of action.
We were right about Darth Savik and King Petrov. The Sith manipulated him into attacking, but they both managed to escape.
Any hints about where they might go next?
Darth Malgus ordered Savik to leave Onderon, but nothing beyond that.
I think it's time to pay a visit to the other attackers, the Untamed. To fight for the Sith, the Untamed must have been manipulated even more effectively than the King. I'm sure they're all the more frustrated for it. They know the wilderness better than our finest scouts. They have both the motive and means to help you find Savik.
They tried to kill us. Can I really trust them?
I don't understand their code of honor, but they do have one. If you follow it, you should be able to earn their cooperation. They'll be in mourning now. I made sure their dead warriors were returned to them, to comply with the traditions they hold above all else. Light the appropriate beacons as you approach their hideout, and they will treat you with something like respect.
If Senator Nebet agrees, we'll gather volunteers from the city guard. As soon as you find Savik's location, we'll be ready to launch a coordinated attack.
Of course. Onderon will see justice done. Good luck, Commander.
We honor Okoru. We honor the fallen. Offworlder, you observe our rites and customs. You show the respect due to the true masters of this world. You may speak your purpose here. Just be quick about it.
I'm looking for Darth Savik. Do you know where she is?
One off-worlder seeking another. Why should we be involved?
Savik betrayed you. If you tell me where she is, she'll face justice. If you don't, you'll be helping her escape.
Justice would be feeding her to Okoru's beasts, alongside Nabet, Petrif, and all others who spoil our world with the influence of outsiders like you. For now we must lick our wounds and regain our strength. Kill Savik, take her prisoner. So long as there are less of your kind here, we will celebrate. The ancient proving grounds. Your city dwellers will know where it is. Savik thought she could hide a ship there. From other ignorant off-worlders, perhaps. But not from us. You will find her there. Petrif, too. Now go! We will never suffer your presence here again.
The shuttles were pretty well hidden, but we've got a full sensor lock. Now that we know where to look. They won't leave without us knowing.
Volunteers from the city guard are ready and speeders are prepped. We can be there in minutes.
Tau, Arn, you'll take the volunteers and attack from the far side. Make a lot of noise. Draw Savik's attention. I'll go on foot and catch Savik off guard.
No, this is Malrev 4 all over again. That's not how I remember it.
The proving grounds are ancient and dangerous, even without Imperial patrols. Be cautious. If you manage to find Petrif, please bring him back. The sooner he faces justice for betraying his people, the better. An exiled king can tell his own version of the story, rally supporters, and cause endless trouble. A man in prison is a memory that quickly fades.
If Petrif goes to prison, who takes the throne of Onderon?
That will be a discussion for the Noble Council. His closest relatives are his cousins, but they aren't suited to kingship.
Sensors are picking up energy blooms. Might be the shuttles powering up. Better move out.
Everyone look out for each other. Stay in contact. We're almost done. May the Force be with us.
Not so fast. The diversion was impressive, but I know your moves too well to be fooled by a mere imitation.
Now that I see you in person, you do seem familiar. Was it Corellia?
Yes, it was Corellia. You're clear for launch, Petrif. The sensor jammers will activate when you exit orbit. You'll be all but impossible to track.
Await my return, dear Onderon. You shall know the splendor of my rule once again.
Let's ensure a bit of privacy while we're at it. Shuttle 2, commence aerial assault on hostiles in Zone 5. Now then. I've prepared for this day for so long. Where to even begin? You struck me down in my prime, then moved on without a second thought. Corellia would have been my tomb had my droids not found me. In truth, I should thank you. You made me what I am. Taught me the best way to move forward. I haven't risked direct combat in a decade. I send my droids or manipulate fools like Petrif to fight for me. But now, at last, the Force has reunited us. I've spent years studying you, crafting the ideal response to your every tactic. Shall we test what I've learned?
I regret harming you. If I had any other choice now, I'd take it. You have another choice now. Take it. Revenge can't heal. It can only destroy.
Then let it destroy you! Hate was supposed to make me stronger. All of my rage, all of these years. It still wasn't enough. I've studied, trained, risen to the Dark Council. What does it take to beat you? How can you be so powerful?
I'm strong because I fight for others. The Force is a part of all living things. How could anyone hope to master it when they only focus on themselves?
Please. It's clear that I'll never beat you. I don't think I even want to anymore. I just want to understand. I can't return to the Sith now. Not after this. They cannot help me become more than I am. Only you can.
Hey there. Sounds like we won.
Everyone all right?
Some of the city guards were hit by the airstrikes, but we're pretty sure they'll make it.
Looks like you have one prisoner. Was Petrov in the other shuttle that launched?
Yes. He left as soon as I got here.
I can help you. You can easily track him down with his sensor jammer's algorithm. I'll give you the algorithm, whatever you want.
Yeah? How about the other fleets the Empire is targeting? Where will your friend strike next?
Mek'Sha. It's an old mining outpost that was converted to a fueling station. I don't have the details, but that's our, Malgus's next target.
Really? Just like that?
Let's get back to the palace. We can sort all of this out there.
Sounds good to me.
Then Savik's cooperation is sincere? She's actually told you the Empire's plan?
Seems that way. I checked with General Daerun and we have a fleet headed to Mek'Sha for refueling. The pieces fit. Arn and I will head there right away to meet with the fleet's commander, see if we can start rooting out the imps. If we can stop them on Mek'Sha like we did here, we might just stand a chance of defending Corellia.
We'll stop the Empire, no matter what they have planned.
Then let's get to it. See you on Mek'Sha. Senator, thanks for everything.
Safe travels.
We've got Savik on an Alliance shuttle ready to move out. She says she wants to stay with us. Well, with you, mainly.
Of course, the Republic prefers that we transfer her to their control. How would you like to proceed?
Take Savik to Odessin. She could become a real asset to the Alliance.
Right away.
Please don't make us find some other idiot to work for. That is, we'd much rather work for you.
We'll be glad to have you. Lana can set you up with quarters back on Odessin.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
We have your ship fueled and ready whenever you wish to depart.
Using Savik's information, we've sent troops to follow King Petrov. We expect to have him back in a matter of days. His trial will be interesting, of course, but I'm more concerned with what will come after. If the nobles can't agree, the question of leadership could turn violent.
Onderon's problems are up to Onderon to solve. The rest of us have a war to win.
So you do. Good luck on Mek'Sha, Commander, and on Corellia.
Commander, this is Vice Admiral Narlock, commanding the Republic 29th Fleet. Welcome to Mek'Sha.
Thank you. Should I join you aboard your ship?
Negative. It's best that we meet on the station. I have a local contact who's helping me arrange refueling for our ships. Your Jedi friends are already here. Sending coordinates now. Narlock out.
Quite a place, huh?
Commander, this is Jot, an old friend of mine. He served 30 years in the Republic Navy, and now he's Mek'Sha's chief engineer.
Call me Junker. Everyone does. And chief engineer's a bit fancier than we like around here. Me and my crew just keep things running.
Lights, water, atmosphere. Mek'Sha's neutral officially, but me and mine will back the Republic to the end. Whatever you need, we'll help you get.
30 years in the service, that's quite a career. You must have seen a lot.
Mostly access hatches and fuel lines. NGs don't get pretty views like officers, but I've had an exciting moment or two.
Junker's been working to get us the fuel we need, but it isn't as easy as I'd hoped.
Like I said, Mek'Sha's neutral, so your ships don't get topped off until the powers that be vote on it. See, Mek'Sha used to be run by the Hutts. The locals kicked them out while they were distracted with McKeb, then started running things themselves. So all the big decisions come down to a vote by the leaders of the 5 biggest crews. Lucky for you, I'm one of them. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt, so now she runs the docks. She'll vote for you. Fuel sales go straight into her pocket. So you just need one more vote.
Unfortunately, I'm no diplomat. And sorry, Junker, but neither are you.
So, you need us to get the last vote.
And stop whatever the Empire has planned.
What else did Darth Savik tell us?
We're dealing with Darth Shar. She's the Dark Counselor in charge of Imperial logistics, which doesn't sound very scary.
Maybe, but you don't make the Dark Council just by getting supplies delivered on time. Never underestimate a Sith.
If you're looking for Sith, they'll be with the Brothers. Bunch of creepy slavers down on the lower levels. Empire is their biggest customer.
We can bet they'll show up in force as soon as the fleet starts refueling. We'd better plan out our defenses ahead of time. Could Arn and I scout out the docks a bit? I'd like to see what we're dealing with.
Of course. I'll take you myself.
We'll catch up with you later, Commander.
All right, just us now. No need to put on airs. I know what you're thinking, because I'd think it too. You've got a whole big fleet out there and a tiny rock full of lowlifes here. Why not just roll in and take what you need?
A place like this doesn't stay independent if they don't have some impressive security.
You're just as sharp as you look. Huttbreaker has a failsafe rigged up. Push a button, it fires a pulse that makes all the fuel on the station inert. Takes weeks to make the fuel useful again. Not the way you want to go, trust me. I got a much easier route for you. Huttbreaker's hosting an auction at her stronghold on the other side of the station. All the crew leaders will be there, and I can get you in. It's your best chance to start winning that last vote.
You dealt with these crews more than any of us. Any pointers?
I try to stay out of their business as much as I can. Just steer clear of the Brothers. Now, let me just get a few things sorted and we'll get you on your way. What the...
Who are you?
What in the blazes? I saw that lightsaber. Sith trying to take you out already. In the middle of my turf?
Don't you have security? Someone could have been killed.
Not enough, looks like. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Oh, yes. Spader's that way. I'll meet you at Huttbreaker's place in a bit. Gonna put more droids on perimeter security. Blasted Sith think they can just strut right in here.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker, revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek'Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek'Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. What about the brothers? Jot mentioned they worked for the Empire.
Yeah, they're slavers, all part of some weird religious cult. The Empire buys most of their stock.
A lot of the refugees who come through here end up in the brothers' pens, and Hutbreaker isn't above throwing troublemakers their way too.
Needless to say, you won't be getting their vote for anything that helps the Republic. Better to focus on the other crew leaders. First is Vik the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harito Walled, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Vik's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Vik, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Hutbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mek'Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet! All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi! All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. Truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek'Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I think you're one good blockade away from realizing who's actually in charge.
You think you can spare the ships it would take? How many planets would you be willing to lose to prove a point? Puffing up your chest at me won't get you anywhere. In the meantime, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, can't you? Narlock gave me his word.
Servants of the Republic often espouse high ideals, even as their deeds tell a very different story.
No need to be rude. Commander, this is Darth Shar.
Dark Counselor in charge of production, logistics, and civil order. How do you do?
Darth Savik mentioned that we might find you here. She's been very cooperative.
Ah, well, she must have been so disappointed not to have killed you. But then we wouldn't have had a chance to meet like this.
I'm sure the two of you have a lot you could talk about, but we do have a previous appointment. Enjoy the auction, Commander.
I do hope we get to meet again soon.
Chonki faguta geopora geotokakise.
Demote ki casa, dobonjelis diwoto. Chai con kunta chichai.
Depends on how well you treat your friends.
Ma chi puna male tutta od Mishka. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta, I cosa mose alla tuta. Koba ne puta, taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic's ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurung. Kliskataka, yos oska uka pakuta. Makipuna male tuta od Mishka. Kusa mala chikuta, I cosa mose alla tuta.
The sooner the better.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Tungi machechu. Kafstu undile. Jigo hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuti nanki he. Wanawa de bloto wijawa.
What do you want?
Not much for small talk, are you?
No, I'm not. And I got a hunch you aren't either. We wouldn't be talking unless you wanted something. So what is it?
I'm here for the same reason as everyone else. Meet people, establish mutually beneficial relationships.
If you think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war, you're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on Mek'Sha.
Who are the Darmanda, anyway? What's your story?
Give me a break. I saw your friends feed you intel on everyone in here earlier. What's a pointing and whispering? You know who we are.
I'd rather hear what people have to say about themselves.
Look, you want to talk business, we can do that, but not here. Meet me at the cantina later, and we'll see.
Had enough fun for one night?
I'm finished here.
We heard about the assassin earlier. Glad you're still in one piece. They should have known one Sith wouldn't cut it with you.
Honestly, not convinced they were an assassin at all.
Strange. But I guess we have no choice but to keep moving forward. On the bright side, the docks aren't the defensive nightmare I was afraid they'd be. Plenty of good choke points, blind corners, and elevated positions.
Hutbreaker doesn't want an invasion, so Narlock's only allowed to bring a limited deployment. He's rounding up his best troops now.
Got a lot of practice working on droids on Ossus, so I'll help Junker modify his service droids to help us fight. In the meantime, I sent Arn to stake out the Brothers' territory and watch for Imperial activity. If they send anyone after us, we'll know.
How is Arn handling his lessons?
He's a quick study. Much better than he thinks he is. Honestly, once he learns to believe in himself, he'll be fine.
And what about you? How do you feel about being his teacher?
It's not as bad as I was afraid it'd be. I think the old man just gave me an easy one to start off with. But I have to admit, he was right. Teaching someone else really helps solidify the basics for yourself, you know? Helps you focus on what's important.
We best get moving. Let us know how it goes with the crew leaders, huh?
If you need anything, just say the word and we'll be there.
Well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal in the back if there's trouble.
Are you trying to be funny?
People usually like that one. Or they immediately turn and run. Both work for me. It was a joke. You can relax here. Sit down. Let's continue our little discussion.
You're in a much better mood than you were at Hutbreaker's.
Well, it's hard to cut loose in a room full of people who'd flush you out of an airlock if it made business sense. Here I get to sit in my corner, bartender knows how to make them, and people don't pretend to like me. So, yeah, let's start with what exactly you want from me.
The Republic fleet has to get that fuel. I want you to vote to sell it to them.
I get it. You want to buy my vote. Very upstanding. Well, Everything's for sale at the right price. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
How can I be sure you'll hold up your end? Vote first, and then we'll discuss payment.
Or maybe we don't make a deal at all. You're the one who came to me, remember? Here's my situation. You know that slimy little roadie in Vik? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darkblaede catches the blame. I know the guy is next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vik, and the vote's yours.
No deal. I won't be your assassin.
Your call. Oh, good luck getting them votes. I'll be here if you reconsider.
Chonki faguta giobora geoto kakise. Makipuna male tutta od Mek'Sha.
Indigo was willing to vote my way, in exchange for killing you.
Kumpatati tok makichisa chubala wawuni. Kafstu undile, jigo hola lukuta. Pakuta pal kuchapting wampa, la agua kilia jikoska. Chonki faguta giobora geoto kakise. Ni at umpampa, boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Nakmanoya, no chaita. Tuta Mek'Sha, no chaita. Bumpakambak, ni jitong kagiliski chanaga. Puna naikachu, ne tutubuga. Sukusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Patogawa, kiku bakile.
Why me? Can't your own people handle it?
Ki casa dayaka toto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oyatuka change kapula. Demote ki casa, dobonyelis dioto. Bampaula kava gioto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Hutts?
Bagtra wanawaga. Mibunawa di te utwipi. Kaso yali koyaran kenka kurun. Kumpatati tok makichisa chubala wawuni.
You're supposed to be smugglers, but you can't get one person onto the station without being noticed?
Bampaula kava gioto. Wanto humpa, muli ravavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patogawa kiku bakile.
I'm not here to take down the exchange, but I'll rescue the envoy.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
Kappa mechispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
I gather your meeting with Vik is cancelled then.
Kavaji otatakoga uta no pisto pampawuta.
I must say, I am surprised Vik chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Hutts.
Kontachota, kasa yuli koira tole kankitong.
So this was just a way to get back at Vik.
Doti puna, manchika pugnoni snimo.
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harrido Wald every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata panka tonko potoko wata.
Once Vik and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his routes and cruise between ourselves.
Yakopa chiji kuting anulia makachisa.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Migushu funmu dopo makma.
Dad, it was an ambush. She was working with the Exchange all along.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
The Hutts and the Exchange made a deal to kill you and split your resources between themselves. They didn't count on anyone else getting involved.
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Umpa kombak niji tonka giliski chanaga. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
It seems that will take some time.
Timuti kikasa, dobunyelis diwoto. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Kuidok bamba, unaguta, tanquekuta.
Trust me, you can't afford me.
Kumpata titok makichisa chubala wawuni. Pide perupa, kadwa shiniko igadanaila. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. No ye nevuta, nakma.
Yes, that should be all.
Inigu daiji liska chanagawa. Jiji haku.
Arn, is that you?
Listen, I need your help. There are slaves. Dozens of them. The brothers are loading them into shuttles. Imperial shuttles. We have to stop them.
Tao is your master, Arn. You should be talking with her about this, not me.
She told me not to interfere, but I can't just sit back and watch this happen.
Tao, do you read me? Arn is attacking the brothers. They're about to ship out slaves for the Empire.
Blast it! I'll meet you there!
Arn?
They're slavers. Monsters. The worst scum in the galaxy. But I don't want to kill them. I didn't want to kill any of them. I had to. They didn't give me any other choice, did they? There was no other way to get to the slaves and free them before it was too late. What else could I do? Was there some other way? Please, I have to know. You have to tell me.
I wasn't here, Arn. You were. You made the call, and you saved those people.
But that's the problem. I made the call. No one else, just me. Thou doesn't know, but when I was injured, the people we were fighting, they were slavers too. Back then, I couldn't stop them. Years of recovery and pain. Maybe I didn't want there to be another way. Maybe I saw my chance to get payback, and I took it. I don't think that's who I am. I don't want that to be who I am. But part of me is glad they're dead.
We all feel that pull from the dark side sometimes. It's part of the Force. Part of all of us. But it doesn't control you unless you let it.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you.
Arn! Are you all right?
I'm sorry, Master. I'm sorry for all of this. I saw those people being rounded up and I couldn't... I didn't know what else to do.
Come on. The imps might send reinforcements. Let's get back to Junker's place, and you can tell me everything.
You didn't just hit the brothers, you practically wiped them out. We're supposed to be keeping the peace.
Arn was there on my orders. If you or Huttbreaker have a problem with what he did, take it up with me.
You think I care that those creeps are gone? I'd give you a medal if I could. It's Huttbreaker who wants our hides over it.
Is she still willing to sell us the fuel?
Yes, for an extra 40%.
Then let's stick to the mission. We don't need to give Arn any more grief than he's already giving himself.
How is Arn?
He's still struggling, but I've been there. I'll help him through. He'll hold his post when the time comes.
The vote went in our favor, so I've got the fleet organized and ready to start refueling. Safe bet the imps will show up as soon as we start. So we'd better get ourselves into position right away. I'll meet you all here at the docks.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for letting me know when Arn called you. I'm glad I had the chance to help him.
Of course. You're his master. He needed your guidance.
Still feels weird to think of it that way, but I appreciate you trusting me to do it.
My best troops. Wish I could bring more, but we're on thin ice with Huttbreaker as it is.
There are 3 main approaches the Imps could use for their assault. The main catwalks, the maintenance tunnels, or the docks themselves via shuttle.
The main catwalk is the most direct route, so we'll have our strongest defense there. Commander, that's you.
All right. What about the other routes?
Arn and I would be best for the tunnels. In close quarters like that, they'll never make it past our lightsabers.
My droids know those tunnels better than anyone. I'll send them to back you up.
My troops will cover the docks as best they can, but our anti-aircraft weapons are limited. Once our ships start refueling, weapons and docking bays are disabled.
Hoyatuka change kapula. Ni at umpampa boshura moki. Kafsta undile, jigo hola lukuta. Ni at umpampa boshura moki.
Will Huttbreaker be angry about you stepping in like this?
Chonki faguta jiopora jeoto kakise. Hoyatuka change kapula. Koba ne puta taise jeskusku.
Sounds like we're ready.
May the Force be with us all.
We can do this! We must do this! For the Republic! It's over! Drop your weapon!
It's been a long day, my friend. I'm doing what I came here to do. Don't make me kill you first.
I've never seen better timing in my life.
You? You're the Alliance commander. Guess we're done then. If you can kill the Sith Emperor, I don't really like my odds.
Mission now, banter later.
Narlock is here. They were trying to activate the failsafe, but we stopped them in time.
We've got them on the run down here.
That's right, clear. Outstanding work, everyone. Let's regroup outside.
We did it! We actually did it!
Combined with the fleet from Onderon, our odds of victory are climbing. Vice Admiral Narlock, I look forward to seeing you at the rendezvous. Please set out as soon as possible.
Of course, General. Thank you all. You saved my ships. And you may have saved the whole of the Republic.
Thanks to your heroism, the Republic will have enough ships to challenge Malgus' armada when they arrive at Corellia. But numbers are no guarantee of victory, and our foe is known for his cunning. You have my coordinates. Meet me right away. The battle is about to begin.
Well, it's been a bucket of fun, but these old bones need a good 3 or 4 day nap. Stay spry, kids. Junker's out.
Thank Huttbreaker and the others for us?
Yeah.
No sign of Shar anywhere on Mek'Sha. She might have died on one of the shuttles that Narlock's troop shot down.
Or she bailed as soon as the fight didn't go her way. That would definitely fit her profile.
What do you think about this prisoner, Anri? Will we get anything useful out of her?
She seemed to be a key part of the Empire's plans. She might know a lot.
Every little bit helps, especially with what we're up against. I guess we'll see you at the rendezvous. This will be my first time back on Corellia since the last time. Can't believe it's been so long.
I never expected to be fighting the Empire on Corellia again. I hoped we were past all that.
Maybe if we win, it'll stick this time. See you there, Commander.
Leaving already? No time to stop for a few drinks?
What? Seriously?
No. Come on.
You really do have a way with people.
We received coordinates for your strategy meeting with General Derun. They included rather explicit instructions that only you should attend.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't be comfortable sharing their battle plans with some of your friends.
You're my top advisors. I'll make sure they include you from now on.
Or don't. Personally, I wouldn't mind fewer meetings.
The shuttle is ready when you are.
You must admit, it's hardly the Sith approach.
I've grown far stronger working beside him than I ever could have become through treachery.
Intriguing. I suppose the Sith Code never specifically calls for the usurpation of the Master by the apprentice. Merely the pursuit of greater power.
Precisely. It's only natural that the strongest should lead, but the goal should be strength, not necessarily leadership. If one is truly strong, leadership comes inevitably.
A unique point of view among the Sith.
Perhaps that's why we aren't among the Sith now.
Passing the time with a bit of philosophical discussion?
Yes, quite enjoyably, in fact. I hope we can speak more later.
Exiting hyperspace in the Corellia system, now.
Groups 4 and 5, position Orc 9. 6, 7, and 8, staggered calling behind them.
Derun here. Report.
The enemy arrived ahead of schedule. They're split into 3 groups we've designated Hound, Raptor, and Swarm. Energy signatures tell us Hound Group contains the Isotope 5 dreadnoughts. They're approaching our lines head-on at maximum speed. Following behind, Raptor Group, vertical halo formation to maximize field of fire. The silencers, covering Hound Group's approach. Swarm Group contains the bulk of the attacking fleet. It dropped out of hyperspace on the far side of the planet, well out of weapons range. Objective, unknown.
Understood. How can we help?
Approaching the vector we're sending now to avoid Raptor Group's targeting range. Then make for the surface.
Admiral, it's Swarm Group. The vessel opened fire.
Opened fire on what? We're out of range.
They aren't firing on us. They're firing on the surface, the cities. Residential, manufacturing. It's totally indiscriminate.
We have to stop them. Thousands, even millions could die.
Redeploying any of our ships will weaken our defensive blockade significantly. There is the Alliance fleet, but we need them to trap the silencers.
Forget the plan. Those people need us. Admiral Ego, get to the far side of Corellia. Stop the Imperials any way you can.
Copy that. Moving out.
Reading multiple new targets. They must have been hidden by Hound's energy signatures.
They're going to beat us to the surface. All shuttles, prepare for launch.
A wave of Imperial dropships beat us to the surface. We're in for a fight.
Finally, solid ground. Nice flying. Arn, are you ready?
Ready, Master.
We'll follow your lead.
Are you all right? Do you need a minute?
I've had all the time I need. I can handle this. We all can. After you.
All clear.
Looks that way.
You saved me. Thank you. Thank you!
Commander. Tau, Arn.
We're all right, old man.
And this is?
Theron Cedrax, foremost authority on exotechnology and principal systems engineer of this once fine facility.
Where's Darth Malgus?
Sidetracked. Stalled. Diverted! When I calculated that our physical security was insufficient, I rerouted all facility defense systems to a secondary control station near the top of the spire.
It's a miracle that you survived to tell us. How did you manage it?
Once I established my dedication to the pacifist ethos, I was deemed non-threatening and merely stunned. Presumably they recognized my genius and intended to press me into service. The Sith Lord, Malgus? He and the last of his troops set off up the elevators toward the secondary controls. You're not too late to stop them.
If you read me, you better hunker down. Some of the reinforcements got past us, and they are not in a great mood.
We can hold this level with our troops. You three, go on. Malgus must be stopped.
Come with us. We can fight him together.
No, seeing me alive will only fuel his rage even further. This is your fight, all three of you. Fight as one, and you can defeat him. May the Force be with you.
Malgus! I hoped it would be you. I've been looking forward to this. And Towered Air. Didn't you bring that old fool with you? I'm told he survived our last encounter.
Couldn't kill one poor old Jedi. You're slowing down in your old age.
Am I?
Alert! Shield power decreasing. Shield system failure imminent.
Shall we die together?
You think we'd give up so easily?
I think I will kill you easily.
Think again.
I should have known it wasn't just a story. If anyone could destroy him, it was you. No matter. I will not fail. Your shipyard will crumble. Your republic will burn. I will not fail.
Shield system failure. Structural damage detected. Evacuation protocols in effect. Shield power restored. Structural support units deployed. Fire suppression systems activated. External defensive systems restored. Targeting hostiles. Now!
All forces, our assault has failed. The shields cannot be penetrated. Regroup at our viewpoint, Crush. Now!
We've done it! All ships, regroup at the Meridian Complex. Secure any remaining enemy forces on the surface, and prepare search and rescue teams for deployment. We've won the impossible battle. But the day isn't over until we've gotten everyone home safely. Get to it.
The conquering hero. You saved the day again. Well done.
I'd be happy to celebrate over dinner, if you're free.
If only I could, but when all the action ends, the spies' work begins. We're getting a mountain of good intel out of the captured soldiers and ship crews, not to mention data from the wreckage. Exciting times, but I won't keep you. Just wanted to pass on my congratulations. See you around.
Well, if it isn't one of my new favorite people.
Tau and Arn both escaped with only minor injuries. They'll be along shortly.
All Corellia forces are still on alert, but it would seem Malgus has escaped us once again.
One miss in a day full of hits. We'll get him eventually.
The production lines are firing back up in a matter of days. We'll get new ships to our frontline units in no time. The Empire committed a lot to this attack. They're going to be hurting for a while, and we'll be ready to press the advantage.
Malgus almost had us with this attack. What are we doing to track him down?
If any ships had exited the system toward Imperial space, we'd know about it. Perplexing to say the least.
So what am I supposed to do with you? The hero of the Republic who's not in the Republic. At least not for some years now.
I believe there's a simple solution, Chancellor.
I agree. Consider this your formal invitation, Commander. Come back to us. Join the Republic. And bring all your friends and your planet with you.
All of my people? You know that some of them were part of the Sith Empire.
I do. And if you were willing to give them a chance, then so am I. Odessen becomes a member world of the Republic, with a senator and everything. Every one of your people, even the ones with criminal charges or intelligence files with frowny faces on them, they all get clean records and citizenship if they want it. What's more, you'll be heading a new initiative we're cooking up. One I think you'll like. General?
Task Force Nova. A joint military and civilian effort to help the Jedi rebuild their order.
My research suggests that there are still countless Jedi scattered across the galaxy. We will find them, and we will build them a new home.
To help the Jedi rebuild all that we've lost. I'd be honored.
Thank you. This will be a difficult undertaking. Your help will be invaluable. Rebuilding the Jedi means rebuilding the Jedi High Council. I can think of no one I would rather welcome as this new council's first member. After all, in times like these, the role of Battlemaster becomes more important than ever.
I'll be your liaison with the Republic military. We'll provide security, reconnaissance, and intelligence support.
That's quite an offer.
Of course, if you'd rather keep the Alliance as it is, that's fine too. You'll still be our top ally, and we'll still want your help with the task force. But the rest, the titles, the areas of responsibility, that's all a package deal for signing up. So, back to the Republic and the Jedi, or stick with the Alliance as is.
I've been away from the Republic and the Jedi for too long. Count me in.
Welcome to the Galactic Republic. Now then, this is gonna take quite a bit of paperwork. Until next time.
Master.
I'm told I may need to invest in some brighter clothing. It'll take some time to redecorate Odessen to coincide with our new allegiance, but I'll have the process started as soon as possible. Fitting in with the Republic, with the Jedi, should be interesting. Nost Doral, at least, seems open-minded enough.
Told you he was all right.
Even so, I think I'll keep my more proactive methods to myself from this point on. Shall we stop by the cantina? I understand one of the generals is offering free drinks for anyone with an impressive Corellia story.
After the action we saw, we'll bankrupt the poor guy.
Well, if he wasn't ready for the risks, he shouldn't have started the tab.
Hey, need a minute of your time.
By all means.
Well, if it isn't the improvised free-climbing champion of Corellia.
When he smashed the platform, I thought it was all over. I can't believe you managed to get back up there and fix the shields. You're everything they say you are.
And so was Malgus. We were lucky to survive it all. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been there. Thanks.
The three of us are pretty hard to stop. We should work together more.
Count me in.
Before we go, there's something else we need to talk about. When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
From who?
Someone who loves you.
Kira.
It's been so long.
We meet again, at last.
Wait. You're the one who attacked me on Mek'Sha. You've been following me. Watching me. Why?
A necessary test.
And you passed.
What are you talking about?
The Emperor.
Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorion, whatever his name. He was a part of you. We all felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
Why didn't you come back sooner?
I've wanted to so badly. You'll understand.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
It's still hard to believe that you're both back after all this time.
To be fair, we weren't the ones who disappeared in the first place.
True. We weren't the ones who charged away aboard an exploding ship.
All of those years without you. It wasn't easy. I was a nervous wreck, wondering what had really happened to you. I guess what I'm saying is, never worry me like that again, okay?
I've waited a long time for you to come back to me, Kira.
We have a lot of catching up to do, don't we?
Why don't you tell me what's been going on?
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. In your absence, I received guidance from an old ally. The path to our enemy's ultimate death was unfolding, and we had a crucial part to play. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare. And started a new one.
Since we had both been vessels for Tenebrae's power in the past, we were both protected to a large degree. Like a vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
It's terrible. I'll do anything I can to help you save them.
I knew you would, but there's more.
The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few med droids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Send the signal. If what you say is true, this thing could be getting stronger by the minute.
I'll send the signal right away. It'll be a while before the ship comes back into range. Scourge, did you...
Yes. There is a private matter we should discuss. The sooner the better. What you've built here is no small feat. You've done well for yourself. Destroying the Emperor, claiming his throne. You have accomplished even more than I'd hoped for.
I couldn't have done it without you, even if I didn't know it all this time.
I swore I would help you defeat him, and I don't make promises lightly. There is something else I wish to speak with you about. The Emperor's destruction had a profound effect on me. Something beyond the disease his death unleashed. My immortality is gone. For 300 years, I thought I would be content to accept my end, should the time come. But my new mortality has unforeseen effects.
Like what exactly?
Emotions and sensations I'd long forgotten have taken hold again. I am compelled to fight for something I believe in, and I have realized how important to me our old crew had become. Especially you, Jedi. I feel the need to remain by your side, and I don't know what to make of it. But I would do anything to keep you safe. Do you understand?
The most important part of life is the bonds we form. You finally feel that.
It will take some getting used to. But I'm already beginning to like it. I cannot predict what the future holds, but I will be here to help you face it.
Nice digs. Sure beats where Scourge and I stayed for the last few years. You know, I wasn't exaggerating earlier. I really would have torn through the galaxy to get you back. Even stole a ship to rescue you, till Scourge talked me down. But for a Sith, he's kind of a wet blanket. Point is, nothing felt right without you. Life just lost its color, you know?
I'm sorry I put you through that.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I'm trying to tell you how much I love you. Every night I went to sleep missing you. And then I woke up missing you. Even after all these years, it's never gotten any easier. But now you're finally here, right in front of me, and I'm trying to be a good Jedi and control my emotions, and it is killing me. Do you know how badly I want to kiss you? Pretty bad.
The Force will understand.
Thank the stars. Feels like the future is finally starting, and we're in it together. Till the end.
Shield power at 0%. Structural damage detected. Systems failures detected. Systems failure. Systems failure. Failure.
All forces, objective complete. Regroup at RV Point, Auric.
Emergency response protocols. Search and rescue teams to your shuttles.
We've lost the battle, but we haven't lost our people. Move!
Commander, we need to meet. I would like to convey my master's congratulations on your recent success. We can use the same location as last time.
Do you have any idea where I am right now? I can't talk.
I know where you are at all times. Do not leave me waiting.
Commander, good to see you still in one piece.
Tau escaped with only minor injuries. She'll be along shortly. Arn's recovery will take longer, but he'll be all right.
We still have teams searching the wreckage, but it would seem Malgus has escaped us once again. So many losses, and now the shipyard. It's hard to accept.
I wish there was more I could have done. Some way that things could have worked out differently.
You did your part. There's nothing to apologize for.
Without fresh ships, we have to put every major offensive on hold. It's gonna be a bloodbath out there. We were already behind in ship numbers and resources. Account for everything we lost in the battle, and we've got a tough run ahead of us.
This won't be the end of us, Chancellor. We'll find a way to keep going. We have to.
I know. You've got every bit of my faith. It's a good thing we've got the Alliance to back us up. We'll need your help now more than ever.
If I'd been brought in on this entire situation earlier, things would have worked out differently.
You might be right. So why don't I bring you in on our next initiative right now?
Task Force Nova, a joint military and civilian effort to help the Jedi rebuild their order.
My research suggests that there are still countless Jedi scattered across the galaxy. We will find them, and we will build them a new home.
The Jedi have gotten by fine without me for a long time now.
I think the current state of the Jedi Order is in strong evidence to the contrary.
For the Republic to survive the troubles ahead, we need the Jedi back at full strength. And we can't make that happen without you and your alliance.
Master Nosteral and I will stay in contact as we work out the details. For now, rest and recover. You've earned it.
May the Force be with you, Commander.
Until next time.
Victory on Corellia has placed the Empire in a superb position. You are to be commended for ensuring that victory without compromising your cover.
Malgus almost killed me. Get your people on the same page. I'm on your side.
Malgus knows nothing of your true allegiance. My master and I guard that secret very closely.
Your master?
Darth Zarion. We meet at last. This task force you've been asked to join, it is rife with opportunity. Through you, our ancient enemies can finally be eliminated. Without their strongest defenders, the Republic will crumble into dust. Remain in contact. You may soon become the instrument of the Empire's ultimate victory.
Catastrophic structural damage detected. Shield power at maximum. Evacuation protocols recommended.
Anri, the Jedi smashed the controls. There's no way to bring down the shields.
I copy. Raven to command. Shield controls disabled. No alternate controls available. Please advise.
All units, evacuate. The mission has failed. The shields cannot be disabled in time. Regroup at RV Point Creche.
You heard her, people. Move out. Fall back, everyone. Fall back!
Commander, that was just about the finest work I've ever seen. I know you're in the thick of it, but stop by the cantina later. Same place as last time.
Have you lost your mind? Why would you call me here?
Well, showing up in person seemed a bit risky. See you soon.
The strategy was clearly flawed. There can be no other explanation.
The strategy was perfect. The fleet held up on its end.
You suggest that Darth Malgus and the Alliance Commander, perhaps the two deadliest beings in the galaxy, are the ones who fell short?
No, I merely suggest that our strategy was not at fault.
Ah, here is our beloved ally now. I'm sure there is a perfectly understandable explanation for these events.
The Jedi defending the shipyard was a fanatic. She destroyed everything at the cost of her own life. It wasn't something we could have planned for.
The same Jedi was at Ossus with you and Malgus. Tau Adair, and her death has not yet been confirmed.
Where is Malgus now?
Never you fear, he lives on, though his recovery may take some time.
Not unlike our fleet in the aftermath of this battle, the silencers remain intact, thanks to the cover provided by the Alliance fleet. But our Isotope 5 reserves are all but depleted, and we lost many more ships than we'd anticipated. All of this might have been a worthy trade in case of victory, but in defeat, we will be forced to cede significant territories.
Then we must turn to our beloved allies to find the strength we require. My dear Commander, we must depend on your alliance now more than ever before.
If your Dark Counselors were as focused on the Empire's future as their own, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Let's continue this conversation alone, Commander. The rest of you may go. The shortcomings of the Dark Council have become apparent. They carry out the daily functions of the Empire well, but cannot be relied upon in war. The Empire requires an organization more suited to direct, decisive action, free of the interference of the Dark Council. A group answerable only to me. Our past Emperor had such a group, the Hand, but they were fanatics and madmen, as you well know. So I will form my own Hand. Its members will be the Empire's most powerful and loyal warriors. From now on, your alliance will coordinate operations alongside the Hand only. The Dark Council will hold no sway over your affairs. Fighting together, the Alliance and the Hand will be too powerful for any enemy to withstand. Our Empire will be unstoppable.
Do you plan to have Malgus serve in the Hand?
I do. He will act as your liaison as well, once he's able. I'll have to find someone else to fill in. For the time being, rest and prepare your people for the battles ahead of us. After all, victory favors the prepared. Farewell.
The hero of the hour. You've made me a very popular man back at the office. Your tab is my tab now, friend. Seriously, you don't know how much this win means for us. Saving the shipyard without breaking your cover? Absolutely incredible work.
When can I start fighting openly for the Republic?
I wish I had a firm answer for you, but I just don't. For now, you're dealing too much damage from the inside for us to pass up. I want to put you in touch with a friend of mine, one of the best covert operators I've ever known. Commander, this is Master Seldarin.
A pleasure.
Sal and her friends have some big plans coming up, and I think you could be a big help.
Few Jedi survived the war with Zakuul. Most are scattered to the far corners of the galaxy, hidden, awaiting a sign of hope to return to the fold. We intend to give them that sign very soon. And when we do, the Empire will try to stop us at any cost. You can stop them in ways no one else can. Warn us of impending attacks. Feed us intel on lost comrades. You can help us save the Jedi.